everyone, and welcome to Jack and Cat Adventures. Today we're going to be making my favorite pizza dough. This dough is so easy to work with and it's delicious. So let's get started. In a cup, or you can do it in your bowl. My bowl is always too cold to let the yeast ferment, so I always put it in a cup. You want 1 1/3 cup of warm water, the temperature of a baby bottle. You're going to put 2 1/4 teaspoons of yeast in. Make sure this will also let you know if your yeast is good before you do anything. Now you're going to put 1 tablespoon of sugar in to that. You're going to give it a little stir, just a little one. And then you're going to let that sit for at least 5 minutes. You want it to start growing. It'll start bubbling up and get foamy. After 5 minutes, you take it if it's foamy at 5. I usually let mine go a little bit longer because I like more of a easier dough, I guess it makes. When you let this rise, it gets more air into it. So you decide on that. Now, put that aside, and then in your mixing bowl with the hook on, dough hook, you're going to put 2 tablespoons of olive oil. Doesn't matter what kind. I'm using extra virgin just because I want to use it up. One teaspoon of salt. Okay. And 3 1/2 cups of flour. Now, on the flour, you might need more. It all depends on how sticky your dough is. We'll know once we start the kneading process if we need to add more, and I'll guide you through that, because last time I made it I needed about 3 or 4 tablespoons more. But it all depends on the day and the ingredients you're using. Okay, and then this is the half. Alright, now we're just going to let that sit until our yeast is ready to go. Alright, now that our yeast has grown, that's what you're looking for, nice and foamy. We're going to pour it into the bowl with the flour mixture. Okay. And now we're going to start this out on low, just so the flour don't fly all over. Just for a couple minutes, maybe a minute or 2, just keep that flour mixed in. Alright, now you just want this dough to come together. So we're going to let it mix like this for about 5 minutes, and then we're going to start kneading it, and if it needs more flour at the time we're kneading it, we'll add it. Alright, now that I've mixed my dough and it is fantastic, I'm touching it and nothing's on my hands, I'm going to now let this knead for 5 minutes. Now that our dough has been kneaded for 5 minutes, I'm going to show you how beautiful this dough is. Okay. Oh well.
Hang on.
Need some manly hands. Thank you. Okay. So what you're going to do is you're going to take a bowl, put some olive oil in and rub it around just a little bit. And then you're going to take your dough, and I'm going to show you how nice this dough is. It's just a little sticky to this bowl, but that's fine. See, it's not on my hands, watch. Okay, so that's what we want to do. So make it into a bowl, put it in, let me get the rest of this out. Don't want to waste any. Alright, now you're just going to roll it over and make sure there's olive oil on it. You're going to cover this with either plastic wrap or a clean cotton cloth that has been put into hot water and squeezed out really tight. Put it over and let this rise until it's double, about 60 to 90 minutes. Alright, now that our dough has doubled in size, just take your towel off. I'll rinse that. Punch it down, get all the air bubbles out of it. I love punching down the dough. Alright, and then put a little bit of flour onto wherever you're going to make your pizza. Now, if you don't have a pizza stone, you can use a pan, put a little bit of nonstick spray on it, and then put your cornmeal on it. This cornmeal is going to make it a little bit crunchy, and it's going to make it easier to get off, okay? So, if you're using a pizza stone, at this point, put it in the oven on 475 and let it heat at least 20 minutes. So I'm just going to cut this dough in half. And what you're going to do is, you want to make this a 12-inch circle and about a ½ inch thick. And just keep using your hands to pull it out. The dough is really nice to work with. If it keeps flinging back to you, let it rest a little bit. Alright, so I'm putting mine on my pan so it's ready to go in the oven when my stone is ready. What's the name of the stone we got, Jack?
Pizzori?
Pizzori?
Pizzori.
Oh, Pizzori?
Let me double check.
It's a, what is it, a black?
It's a cast iron.
Cast iron stone to cook your pizza on, and it makes it delicious. It's like cooking in an outdoor oven, pizza oven. Alright, so now that we have this on here, we're going to make a little edge for your crust. So just put your hand like this, and all I do is pull some crust up and just kind of gently go around. I can use my thumb. This is my thumb, my finger.
Your pointing thumb.
My pointing thumb. And just go around so you have a nice edge to hold the sauce in.
And your toppings.
I've already cooked my toppings. I did sausage, and I always pre-cook my mushrooms so they're not real watery on the pizza. And I get them kind of crisp. Okay, so I'm going to keep going around this just to build up the side. It's really easy. If you're not going to use the second piece, at this point you can put it in a Ziploc and freeze it. Alright, now once you have your lip for your crust, I just keep messing with it as I go along to make sure it's standing up.
No, it's our OCD kicking in. Don't let her catch
And then put just a little bit of olive oil on the dough. This stops it from getting soggy. Right, now we're going to add our toppings. I have some, this is traditional sweet basil, which is amazing on these pizzas. So we're just going to splash that around, however much you like. I don't like much sauce on my pizzas, but other people like a lot. Alright, now I'm going to add some Parmesan. You know, some mozzarella on there. I'm going to add some shredded Parmesan. I'm just using up cheeses that need to be used up in the house. Okay. And then I'm going to add some fresh mozzarella balls. I am going to add some sausage that I pre-cooked. I took it out of the casing. And I'm going to add some pepperoni. I'm going to add a little bit of ricotta. I have to use that up too. I'm going to sprinkle a little bit of the banana peppers on. Alright, I'm going to add some mushroom. And you're going to bake this for 13 to 15 minutes, but check it at like 10 because mine didn't take that long. Alright, so here's all our finished pizzas. They look delicious. Mine only went for 10 minutes, so keep an eye on them, okay? So please like, share, comment, and subscribe. And remember, you do you.